Black holes are the most mysterious objects in the universe. They devour stars, bend space and time, and seem to defy the very laws of physics. But did you know that black holes can actually sing? That they slowly evaporate until they vanish? Or that our entire galaxy wouldn't exist without one at its center? Today, you'll discover 5 mind-blowing facts about black holes that even many science fans have never heard of. From invisible boundaries that trap everything, to eerie sounds recorded by NASA, to the shocking truth that time itself flows differently near them. Stick around until the end, because the final fact might change the way you think about the future of human civilization. Black holes don't have a solid surface like planets or stars. Instead, they have what's called the event horizon, an invisible boundary. Anything crossing this boundary can never escape. Not even light. To an outside observer, this horizon looks like a surface, but in reality it's the point where gravity becomes so extreme that no return is possible. Here's the strange part. If an object were falling into a black hole, we would never actually see it cross the horizon. From our perspective, it would slow down, grow redder, and appear frozen in time. For the object itself, though, the story is very different. It would pass through the event horizon without noticing anything unusual, vanishing forever from our universe. The event horizon isn't a physical surface, but a mathematical boundary of reality. It's what makes black holes the most fascinating traps in the cosmos. It sounds like science fiction, but black holes can actually create sound. Not through air vibrations, of course. Space is silent, but through ripples in hot gas surrounding them. These pressure waves can be translated into sound frequencies. In 2003, NASA discovered something astonishing. A supermassive black hole in the Perseus galaxy cluster was making the surrounding gas vibrate. The tone was 57 octaves below middle C, far too deep for humans to hear. By scaling it up, scientists turned these vibrations into audible sounds. The result? A deep, eerie hum like the universe itself was singing. These cosmic songs are more than curiosities. They help scientists study how black holes interact with their environments, release energy, and even regulate star formation across galaxies. So black holes aren't just silent monsters. They leave behind an audible fingerprint of their incredible power. Most people think black holes last forever, but physics tells us otherwise. In the 1917s, Stephen Hawking proposed a groundbreaking idea. Black holes are not completely black. At the edge of the event horizon, tiny pairs of particles constantly appear and vanish due to quantum effects. Normally they cancel each other out. But if one particle falls in while the other escapes, the black hole loses a tiny amount of mass dot. This process is called Hawking radiation. Over unimaginable timescales, it causes black holes to slowly lose energy and shrink. For supermassive black holes, this evaporation is so slow it would take longer than the age of the universe. But smaller black holes could theoretically vanish more quickly. And when they reach the end of their lives, the process ends not quietly, but in a colossal explosion of energy and radiation. In other words, even the mightiest objects in the universe are not immortal. Black holes, too, have a lifespan, and their deaths may be some of the most powerful events in the cosmos. Black holes don't just destroy, they also build. At the heart of nearly every galaxy lies a supermassive black hole, millions or even billions of times the mass of the Sun. The most famous example is Sagittarius A*, at the center of our Milky Way. It holds about 4 million solar masses and controls the motion of billions of stars around it. But these giants do more than anchor galaxies. As matter falls into them, enormous amounts of energy are released. Some of this energy is blasted back into space in the form of jets that stretch for thousands of light years. These eruptions can regulate the birth of new stars. Sometimes they prevent stars from forming by blowing gas away. In other cases, they compress matter and trigger star formation. In short, supermassive black holes act as the architects of galaxies. Without them, the universe as we know it would look completely different, or might not exist at all. Black holes don't just warp space, they warp time itself. Their extreme gravity bends space-time so intensely that time slows down near them. This is known as time dilation. For someone orbiting near the event horizon, time would feel normal. But to an observer far away, that same person would appear to move in extreme slow motion. Hours near the black hole could equal years or even centuries elsewhere in the universe. This isn't just theory. Einstein's relativity predicts it, and experiments have confirmed smaller versions of the effect here on Earth. Near black holes, it becomes overwhelming. And here's where it connects to our future. Some scientists speculate that this effect could one day be used. In theory, if humanity could safely orbit a black hole, we could travel into the future by experiencing less time than the rest of the universe. It's a wild idea, but rooted in real physics. If our civilization ever masters such forces, black holes might not just be dangers. They could become gateways to the stars, or even to the future itself. Black holes may seem like cosmic monsters that only consume. But as we've seen, they're far more complex. They have invisible boundaries that trap light itself. They create cosmic vibrations that can be turned into haunting sounds. They slowly evaporate through Hawking radiation, proving even giants can die. They shape entire galaxies, acting as the engines of creation. And finally, they bend time so dramatically that they could one day change how humans think about the future. Black holes aren't just destroyers. They're mysteries, musicians, architects, and maybe even tools for civilizations far more advanced than ours. One thing is certain. They remain the universe's darkest secrets, and perhaps its greatest opportunities. Now it's your turn. Which of these 5 facts surprised you the most? And do you think humanity will ever explore or even use black holes in the future?